Your first big job in show business, the genius Paul Winchell, who was a ventriloquist, he hired you
How do you know all this?
I know about you.
You're amazing.
He hired you to be the girlfriend of Jerry Mahoney or Knucklehead Smith.
Girlfriend of the dummies.
The dummies.
Yeah.
And that's a big deal because to me, Paul Winchell, I worshipped Paul Winchell.
He was
a genius.
Yes.
I tried to find online you with Jerry Mahoney.
Yeah.
But those don't even exist, those shows, I don't think, right? You can't find them.
I don't think so. And the first one I remember, I sang Somewhere Over the Rainbow. And I called Nanny to tell her I was going to, beforehand, that I was going to be on the Paul Winchell show. Called her, and she said, well, say hello to me. And I said, Nanny, I can't say, hi, Nanny.
Get with it, Nanny.
Right, how do you work
NBC.
that in, right?
And so that's when we worked out pulling my ear.
So isn't that difficult when you're, I imagine you're nervous in those early years on TV and you're on live television. I assume it was live.
Yeah.
And you have to work in pulling your ear to say hi to your grandmother?
Well, I figured I would because if I didn't, I'd get hell.
Right. Yeah.
And she would say, why didn't you pull your ear for me, But I always did. I did it right at the end of the show, so that was no problem.
Did you get famous because you sang like a song that you wrote about
John Foster Dulles?
John Foster Dulles, and then all of a sudden that's how it got you on Ed Sullivan and the Gary Moore Show and all those shows?
Yeah. That was written by Ken Welch.
That song got you on TV.
Yes, but I was the girl who sang that song for a hot 10 minutes, and then I was cold again.
It got you on the Gary Moore Show, which was a popular show at that point.
Well, it got me on Ed Sullivan, but Gary, I auditioned. Gary would hold auditions himself. And so my agent sent me in, and I did a little bit of my nightclub act that I'd done at the Blue Angel that Ken Welch wrote and everything. And Gary came out of the booth. And he said, I'm going to put you on the show on Friday.
How did you persevere with all of this? Your mother even was kind of insinuated you weren't pretty enough to be in show business, that you better not try and pursue this.
You can always write.
You could always write.
Yeah.
Because, meaning, in other words,
no matter what you look like, you can write. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Does it make you work harder to say, hey, screw you, I'm going to show you how big I can be?
No.
No? That's not a driving force?
I did it for me.
Right.
I did it because, I was raised going to the movies.
8 movies a week you'd go see with your grandmother. You guys were on welfare, and somehow you dug up the money to go to the movies.
Well, it was double features.
Right.
And we would get in before 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
So you get the matinee price.
Yeah.
Back in those days, they give you
11 cents for me.
And 11 cents, and wouldn't they give you dishes and stuff too?
Well, that's if you won at bingo or whatever it was. Keno.
Yeah, Keno.
But they didn't clear the theater. You could stay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So I stayed, but in those days, in the 40s, Mickey and Judy always put on a show, and they made it.
Right.
If all the good guys did well, all the bad guys got it. So there was no cynicism in the movies. So I had that mindset when I came to New York that, I'm good, I'll be fine.
You're wonderfully naive.
And it paid off.